Hi friends, my name is Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. Well, I rushed when I got out of the shower to put on my face quickly, minimal face, and I'm like, screw it, I'm not going to dry my hair because the sun is out finally for the first time in a few days. And just before I hit play or record, it went away. So back to a gray day. Anyways, hi, how are you guys doing? Hard to believe another week has passed in a lot of ways. Just seems like, what is time anymore, you know? Anyway, for new books in this week, I still have not spent any money on a book this whole month. It feels very strange. I don't know what to do with myself. And my list of books to buy on April 1st is alarmingly large, and I need to really cut back on a lot of things. One of my plans is to go to half price books. I've got 2 boxes of books to sell. I don't expect to get much for them, but it will be something that will help defray the cost of what I can hopefully find are the majority of the books I want to get already there. So we'll see, but yeah. Anyways, I got this very randomly. This is part of the Mitford series by Jan Karin, In This Mountain, number 7. I got this from my lymphatic specialist. She said, "Oh, Laura, have you read the Mitford series?" And I said, "No, but it's been on my TBR for a while, and I think I have a couple of books. I'm not sure. I might have like number 1 and number 4. I don't know." But I said, "I think I have a couple of them. I don't know." She said, "Oh, here." She said, because her eyes are going, she can't read anymore. It's got to be all audiobook. She says, "Someone just gave this back to me. I lent this to them years ago. Do you want it?" I'm just rid of it. I said, "Sure, thank you." So here I go, a random installment in the Mitford series. Oh, for Song of the Week this week. Oh boy. It's been a lot of ups and downs for me. Not in a bad way necessarily, my personal life this week. Monday was a really great day. It was really up. And then Tuesday was the funeral for my friend's mom, and that was really down. And it's been so great today's Thursday that I'm filming. It's so great yesterday, and then so far, obviously, today, just whatever. But I'm going to stick with the Song of the Week that I picked on Monday when I was driving home from my therapist. It came on the radio and it made me so happy. And I wouldn't have normally pegged the song as like a happy song for me. It was just a song that got overplayed a few years ago. But it's Just the Way You Are by Bruno Mars. I don't know. It just made me feel a lot better. So here's hoping I can listen to that again and channel some of that positivity again and act like the sun is out and that Wisconsin knows what sun is in March. We'll see. So enjoy some Bruno Mars. All right, on to the books that I finished this week. I finished 5, but that sounds much more impressive than it actually is, let me assure you. I'm going to do these 2 together. So I've got Moonlight Road, and then there's 3 novellas in this one, and oh wow, what was it called? What was this one? Midnight Confessions in this series. So this is Virgin River. I don't know why I'm still reading these books, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. I mean, I do know why. Because the town is so well established and you keep checking in with all of the residents of the town in each book, and there are lots of B storylines involving the townspeople. I really want to see what happens with all of them because they come up all the time, and every new romantic couple, every main character, or main couple, I guess, in these books is related to or has been mentioned previously in other Virgin River books. I think this is number 11 or 12 and then like 11 and a half, whatever. So I really want to see what happens there, but all of the main characters are annoying as heck, and there's a lot of miracle pregnancies and like baby craziness in general in the town. There's a lot of servicemen from various branches, which is great and wonderful, and there are a lot of the main characters, which I think is fabulous. She deals with that very well, with members of the military, with PTSD, with dealing with trauma from various wars. dealing with limb loss. There's a lot of really great stuff there. And there's a lot of really great work on, especially on the male characters' parts, more than the female characters, I would say, and working through trust issues and dealing with their emotions and things. That's really nice to see. That's another positive thing about this. A lot of the women tend to be very bossy without a lot of redeeming qualities that would, for me at least, help compensate for their stubbornness, like just, and it's baby craziness that just drives, I don't know. I'm giving both of these a generous 2 stars. I have the rest of the series except for the very newest book. Robyn Carr published a brand new book in the Virgin River series at the very beginning of this year, I want to say, or the very end of last year. And I have all of them except for that one. So I'm going to read them. They're very readable books. They're very easy to read. And I like to have something like this to read when I'm reading on the couch at night, trying to relax before I go to bed. Because nothing too horrible happens and it's just easy, But I don't know. I mean, I hope I like these again. I hope I can turn it around. But at this point, it's sort of a hate read. I feel badly. Have you guys read this at all? Like, what do you guys think? Did you bail? People I know who have read some of the books before have bailed at book like 3 or 4 or something. So far I've only really truly enjoyed 2 books. The first one, I think, and number 6 maybe, I really liked. But everything else has been kind of so I don't know. So I finished those 2 up this week. And then another 2 that go together. And this feels like cheating, but I read all of them and it's 2 different books. So I have 2 Choose Your Own Adventure books, Forecast from Stonehenge and A Terror on the Titanic. I want to say that I read the Titanic one when I was a kid. I'm almost positive I did. A lot of it seemed very familiar, and not just because of the movie and my weird obsession with Titanic stuff, but it seemed very familiar. And the Stonehenge one was really interesting. It was not what I expected it to be, which is wonderful and great and fine. And I did go through and as much as I could, backtrack, like you put your finger in a spot and you go forward. Like if you die, oh no, got to go back and pick the other choice. And you go forward again. Nope, you die again, back it up one more, So this was really fun. These are by R.A. Montgomery and Jim Wallace. Jim wrote the Titanic one. But they were started by R.A. Montgomery in the 70s, I want to say. I don't know. I think I got really into these like a lot of U.S. kids, when you're kind of 5th grade, 6th grade, maybe 7th grade too. You just kind of go crazy and you binge all of them. You check them out from the library at school or whatever, like in huge chunks as much as you can and pass them around. Like it was just a really fun thing. So it was really fun to read these again and get a little nostalgia and have something that was just quick and easy, but, still fun. And it's still 2 books off of my TBR, so that was good. So these 2 are done. And the last one, I can't talk a huge amount about just because it's number 3 in the series, but this is The Deception of the Emerald Ring by Lauren Willig. Number 3, like I said, in the Pink Carnation series. This is the buddy read, year-long buddy read that I'm doing with my bestie Danny at Spinelli Speaks. So we had about 70 pages left in this book. We were supposed to be finishing up for this coming Sunday. And then Krista at Books and Jams was doing a productivity sprint read-along thing. And Danny was like, why don't we just finish this tonight? This is last Sunday. I was like, okay. So we did. I enjoyed the main characters a little bit in this one. They did grow on me more than they had been the previous couple of check-ins. I really was like, I don't know if I can hang with these people because they weren't having a conversation. And finally, they had a conversation. And both of them, just before the conversation happened on both of their parts, they both kind of realized that they were both being idiotic and not giving the other person the benefit of the doubt. And they both realized they hadn't actually talked at all since their crazy marriage, So that was nice that they both got there on their own, and that then they had an adult discussion shortly afterwards to be like, listen, dude, I did not trick you into marriage. And he's like, I know, that's not your character. I apologize for assuming the worst, So that was good. There were some twists I did not see coming involving some people that I thought were, one in particular that I thought was kind of a bad guy. not a bad guy, because he's on the side of the Brits in this fight between the British and the French slash Irish now too, apparently. This book takes place mostly in Dublin. So I did appreciate that this person was not, I was never too sure, but then you find out that he is really truly on your side. You're almost positive, like you're like, no, he is. And then at the very end, you're like, but is he, you know? And one other creepy character from the second book came back, and he's just an ass, you know what I mean? Again, these are just easy reading. Nothing here is too taxing, but they're just enjoyable. The pages turn quickly. So that's all the past storylines from the 1700s. And now the current storyline, finally, Eloise sees Colin and they have a little chat or something, and they're supposed to go on their first official date, it seems like. That'll be the next book. So, fun. Just fun. 3 stars. Like it. And I look forward to the next book very much so. Oh, so that's me for this week. What's coming up? I'm just going to try and finish up what I've already started this month. I've got 3 or 4 Book of the Month Club books going. I don't know why I randomly started those, but I did. I'm working on more stuff for Middle Grade March. Have to work on my Mammoth still, for sure. I have not touched it at all. So I'd like to at least skim read up to where my bookmark is currently in the book. If I don't make any new progress, that's okay. I just like to refresh myself with the storyline this far. And I need to finish this series. I renewed these books once already. They're going to come up again in a couple of weeks, and I just want to finish them. So hopefully I can work on that Saturday and Sunday this week, and that will be great. So yeah, working on piling up stuff for my April TBR. That's looking a little less ridiculous than this month was, thankfully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 so far. So not horrible compared to the, like 30 or 40 that I had in March, but that's okay. So how are you guys doing? How are things? Have you read any of these books? If you've read these Virgin River books, would you please let me know what you think? Like, am I a ding-dong for keeping to read these? Like, let me know. Did you bail already? When did you bail? That kind of thing. And yeah, I hope you're all doing very well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.